wish granted.
All
I've
right.
been recording.
This whole time?
No, not this whole time. Oops.
He's gonna. Yeah, he'll never see this anyway.
Probably not.
No.
How awesome would it be, though, to be on, like, I don't know. Do you ever watch the Bad Friends podcast?
No.
With Bobby Lee. And
Oh, yeah, yes.
And Andrew, I can never remember his last name. Is it Schultz?
No, he's the guy.
No, it's
from
like
Santander? The subprime bank?
Sure. What?
What?
No, I don't know his name.
Wait a second.
I'm gonna bluff for that. The redheaded guy.
Yeah, he's hilarious. What is that guy's name? You think because he's actually doing really well. You'd think we would know his name by now.
I just remember Bobby Lee all the time because that's the one that they make fun of. Like not just him, but
name?
like
Andrew Santino. Ooh, he's got a very not. He doesn't look like. Anyways,
he's a bit too Jewy for me. No, not really acceptable funny. Nowadays.
He's really funny. Yeah,
I agree. I think my favorite is the, oh gosh, I shouldn't bring it up, but they did, and it's funny. The Asian retard thing is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I shouldn't go down that road, but that one's really funny because you don't see it coming. He's just like, are there any mentally disabled people in Asian cultures? And he's like, honestly, we have just as many as you white people do. You just can't tell. It's like, oh my gosh. It's bad. It's bad. It's funny, but it's bad.
But it's okay because they said it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, a lot of people say a lot of things does not mean that I should ever repeat them. But,
no,
okay,
have you watched that episode where he was talking about Ari and taking a dump on his car? Have you watched that one?
No. You told me about it a little bit.
Yeah, I
haven't.
Justice.
I haven't yet. I don't think I could ever get to a confidence level where I think I can take a dump on someone else's car.
What?
I take that back. I could take a dump on your car.
Oh.
You're the only person, though.
No, I'm so grateful.
Well, you should be. You're the only one that I feel comfortable enough around that I could take a dump on your car.
No, you're supposed to say you could dump on some stranger's car. You couldn't do it to somebody you knew.
No, I don't know that person. I don't know what they're capable of. I know what you're capable of.
Nothing.
That sounded bad, but you're not going to do anything.
You won't retaliate.
Right, okay, let me tell you what you would do. You would come out and you would look at it and you would go, okay, there are two things that you would do. You would either go, why? Or you would look at me and go, really? Really?
Well, that implies that you're sitting there watching me find it.
Oh, I would look at you with this face. I would just be like, as I do it, as the turd is coming out of my butt.
No.
That would be my face.
No. Gosh.
Oh, this is not gonna end. Oh, this is not gonna end well. I'm so close to death.
You're not leaving yet.
Oh, balls. If I kill you, I get health. I normally do. Die
so
for
have
me.
You
yes.
Finished this game start to finish before?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tons of time. So you can beat this, like, I want to say it's like 20 different ways.
You know what? I don't usually finish games.
That feels very unsatisfying to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some games where I will admit I lose interest quickly, especially nowadays. Like when I was a kid, like you had a max of 5 games. You know? Like nowadays I feel like you have, and maybe it's just because I have more money, But like even kids nowadays, like there's the Nintendo service, which I mean we're playing on right now, so I have access to like hundreds of old games that some of them I've never even got to play before.
Yeah, that's kind of the downside, isn't it?
It is like it's kind of like Netflix. It's like when you go to watch something on Netflix and you spend way more time like scrolling through what you want to watch because your time is so precious now that you almost don't want to risk wasting the time watching something that you don't like.
Yeah, you're just like, I want to be super engaged and enthralled, and because of that, I'm going to scroll past dozens of potentially good options because they're not. Yeah, it's just like analysis paralysis.
Yeah, I personally think I will spend more time scrolling through trying to find something than I will actually watching it.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is when I was growing up, when you had cable and I didn't have any streaming services, you had to watch commercials and you had to watch the made-for-TV versions of everything. There are so many movies that I loved growing up. There's like a couple different points. One was you would get super geeked for the silliest movie to come on, and you're like, no way, I've never seen this. And you missed the first quarter of it, but you watched the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it took 3 times as long because of commercials, and at the end of it, you're like, "Wow, I finally got to see that movie." And you watch it now, and you realize, oh, there's like a third of the movie was missing that they edited out.
Yeah.
For TV, so you never really got to anyway. And
then I get you because actually, okay, so that's how I watched Shawshank Redemption was on TV.
Yeah.
And I watched it that way for a long time, and now it's one of my absolute favorite movies. I think it's like, really almost the perfect movie.
Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne. They never stuck anything in his mouth that night, but
what?
Don't you remember the raping part?
Was that in the not?
It's very
made for
rapey.
TV?
I don't know if you've seen it.
Is that what you're missing in the edited version? Is that?
Well, that and the amount of swearing. There's a ton of F words in that.
I always get Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile kind of mixed up.
They do have a really similar feel.
Is it? I would wonder, like, am I accidentally saying that and they were edited directed by the same person or made by the same producer?
I don't know. I don't know who made. I don't
right,
really know who made either of them.
They have a very. That'd be.
Are you looking that up?
Yeah.
I'll check Green
You have
Mile.
to play the game.
Well, I'm playing the game. I beat it.
I feel like
it's
that's
done.
bad. I feel like you could have done better.
I shot 105 guys.
It's
not bad. Okay, so if you take too long on that boss level, by the way, Slippy, the robot will actually smack his ship and cause him to go onto a desert planet. Oh gosh, the burps. And that's, I don't know, I find it to be a real pain in the butt level to play. You don't seem very interested. You're hurting my
in
feelings.
Starfox? Well, did they ever what?
Yeah, on
this particular game?
I don't know. Hold on. Well, the level I just played. Okay, so the director was Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
What? A Green Mile was actually written by Stephen King. Did you know that?
No.
Well, I knew that. Okay, so I knew that. That may be why they feel the same. So, Shawshank Redemption was actually a short story by Stephen King, and I mean like a really short story. It's kind of amazing that they made it into like a 3-hour movie.
Well, this part says DeMunn is known for his collaborations with director Frank Darabont, who has cast him in films such as The Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, and The Majestic and the Mist. So there's actors cast for both movies by the same person. I mean, that kind of ties them together. But
yeah, it's kind of like how Adam.
But there's
Sandler
also a lot of
all the same people all the time.
Yeah.
In his movies.
Yeah, and that was something I was talking about some of my coworkers about was Adam Sandler just buys everybody that he's friends with cars all the time. But it's funny because that he buys people different cars depending on it must be like how good of a friend they are. Because I don't remember each of the actors' names, but one of them's like, yeah, they bought. Shoot.
I remember that because
Like
David Spade was talking about that.
Yeah, David Spade. David Spade got like a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And this other guy got a Maserati. They're not even the same segment. And then he bought Jennifer Aniston. Something crazy good.
Oh, I forgot they were in a bunch of movies together.
Yeah.
Which
But he
is
does
really
that. That's
weird.
just how he's like, hey, you going to be in my... That's not a good impression from him anyway. Can you do an Adam Sandler impression?
Hey, are you going to be in my movie? I gotta get into character for him.
magazine day.
Nudie. Hello, Mr. Penguin. Time to go back to the zoo. But I like her boobies. You're the devil, mama.
No, you're wrong, mister.
Adam Sandler, like as stupid as his stuff really is, gosh, it's great.
I like that he always just wears like basketball shorts and random, everywhere.
Yes.
It's just,
Yes.
Doesn't care.
He just does not care about
That's
how he
great.
looks, it feels like. Why?
So is this still Starfox, but now
This
it's
is still Starfox.
a ground level
but
and
now
using
we're-
a tank?
I can't get my triggers to work. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, okay, I got it.
So you have a PlayStation. You have PlayStations now, but you grew up as Nintendo.
100%.
But I feel like Nintendo also was like the more. No, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like
Careful.
parents
Careful.
that
Love
were more
their
protective
children.
of their children seeing certain things. Defaulted to Nintendo, right? Back then.
Yeah, I would agree with that because Nintendo was so... I'm not going to do it justice because there's a book that talks about that stuff really in-depthly.
What?
There's a book. I read a book. It was an audio book, but shut up.
You said depthly.
In-depth. In-depthly? Is that not a word that you can use?
It could be.
No. Okay, so there was it was called the Console Wars between Sega and Nintendo. And this is back like, we're talking like when Mortal Kombat came out. That was actually the game that caused them to start coming up. There was a rift there, but that was what caused there to be a rating system for video games.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard that too.
Just because it was so violent and so gory and everything. Oh, I'm supposed to be over there. I'm supposed to be over there.
Everything okay?
Oh, Brian, this is not good.
So Mortal Kombat's the one that caused the ratings. I feel like the only thing Sega had going for it, correct me if I'm wrong, was Sonic.
Yeah.
That was like the only thing that really carried it. I remember going to kids' houses for like a play date or something, and they had a Sega, and you're like, cool, video games. And then there was the second thought was like, that is Sega.
I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of good.
But Sega held around
There's not a lot of good Sega games. I don't think so, but. Why did that not? Okay.
I think Sega. I always felt like Sega
I
hung around.
gotta pause a second to get my head cleared before I fight. This guy is a pain. But I always think of there's a YouTuber called Terminal Montage. I think I sent you his stuff. He's the one who does the cartoons about video games. And he makes a voice for this guy, and he sounds like Bill Cosby.
For what guy?
For this guy right here. He'll start talking in a minute here. I'll turn the volume
For
up so you can
Falco?
hear. No, not for Falco. For this guy, the boss. He'll
Ah.
play in a second.
So he's like, you never get the pudding.
Pretty much. Oh, the kids these days with the rap music, and I'll play it for you after.
Mosey.
The tapioca pudding. Oh, Theo, what are you doing? I mean, I know that Bill Cosby is not looked at in a good light nowadays. But I mean, have you anybody who's watched the Cosby Show, if you can ignore the stuff that Bill Cosby did,
You could just look past.
I mean, come on,
the
he's
recent
kind of
developments.
it's really a funny show. It was a good show.
Yeah, and like kids say the darndest lines too.
I may have shit my pants. Wait, did he do Kids Say the Darndest Things?
Yeah, he was one of the hosts. And he was funny.
Yeah.
He was like an iconic,
I mean, my parents have a couple of
family-friendly actors for the
That's-
longest time.
that's ironic.
Up until it went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
were
Well, apparently it was
unearthed.
going down for a while.
Fall, yeah.
With the pills and the
And
drinks
Put
and
pills
the,
in the pudding.
and
the
the
Jell-O.
other P words. Oh, Bill Cosby, we wanted so much for you.
Yeah, that one was a shocker for sure.
Yeah. Ironic, another move that he did.
Oh.
And join us tomorrow on another episode of Smart Donkeys.
Smart Donkeys.
Nailed it.